Moving on to the NCAA tournament, where 11 seed Loyola Chicago's Dante Ingram hits the last second three to beat Miami.
Hold that.
All right, I'm pulling back the curtain, America. About 5:35 a.m. yesterday, Chris Carter walks in angrily to our producer's office. He's usually very cheerful in the morning. Says, you guys making us pick an upset. Like, what if we don't think there's going to be an upset? You're making us pick an upset. CC ends up picking the biggest upset of the day. I'm still angry. I spent a lot of time on Penn over Kansas.
When you and Jenna aren't dominating our staff for 12, you know, y'all give me the worst dude on the totem pole. Me and Deontay, we make it happen. That's what we do.
Why does he got to be the worst dude?
Well, because he's spicy. He's always on everyone's back.
You hung out with him last night.
Yeah, he stays in trouble.
Oh, this guy. Go ahead.
Nice Great moment from March Madness. Houston's senior point guard Rob Gray with the game-winning layup, giving them their first tournament win since Phi Slamma Jamma in '84.
This was a great final couple minutes against San Diego State. Back and forth. Houston makes a three. San Diego State makes a three. Houston makes three. San Diego State makes a three. And then those were points 38 and 39 of the night for the young man.
Full disclosure again. Man, I didn't know nothing about Houston's basketball team until I was filling in for you on a Friday.
Yep.
The local RSN, FS1 asked me out of the blue. They weren't supposed to. They asked me about Houston basketball in a win over or playing against Cincinnati. I was like, oh yeah, this is the year of the underdog.
Sampson, yeah, let's go do it. Let's go do it.
Oh, Cavs, Blazers, LeBron, Nurkic, screensaver. I just did that whole story in 6 words.
Listen. LeBron over Jason Terry had some history to it. Was a great poster. LeBron over Damon Jones was an assault on the basketball court. This is the best in-game dunk of his career. Full stop.
Man, this is one of the best dunks I haven't seen in the NBA in a long time. Let alone it being a star player. We always talk about the dunk contest, man. Should LeBron get in it? No, don't get in the dunk contest. Get that one off in his face. Right there. Oh, that's an amazing play. So explosive.
Oh, my goodness.
The injuries keep piling up for the Warriors. New topic now. Kevin Durant is questionable for tonight's game against the Kings. He's got sore ribs. Let's recap. Clay and Steph have already both been ruled out. So Golden State trails the Houston Rockets by 2 games with 14 to go. And on top of that, Houston holds the tiebreaker. So it's starting to look like the 2 seed is a lock. Nick Wright, how vulnerable will the Warriors be in the playoffs if they don't have their stars healthy?
All right, so I think we should adjust the conversation a bit when how we've been discussing Golden State. Because I think most basketball people currently believe that even if Golden State is fully healthy, Houston could get them. That's how good Houston has been. So obviously, if Golden State's without one of their stars, Houston can beat them. Because I'm not saying Houston definitely would beat them, but Houston's got a great shot to beat a healthy Golden State
And
team.
I think that we've seen enough games that even the things that we might put as question marks for Houston, like we just have so much more confidence with Houston than we do, say, for instance, Toronto.
Correct. Absolutely.
You know, so now when you have injuries in the East, it's not as significant because people aren't bought in to Toronto and their chances of winning the East compared to Houston.
Exactly right. So to me, this is a discussion of what would it take for Golden State to get got before the Western Conference Finals? Because right now, we don't know who they're going to play in the first round. But assuming the bracket holds, we know what the 2-3 matchup's going to be. Golden State at 2, Portland at 3. The West, which was jam-packed 3 through 10, it's now jam-packed 4 through 10 because Portland's won 11 games in a row. They're basically firmly your 3 seed. And I will sit here and tell you this morning that if Steph Curry is not 100%, if Steph Curry tweaks his ankle again, I'm not worried about Kevin Durant's ribs, and I think Klay Thompson's hand's going to be okay.
And Draymond's shoulder is
Draymond, I think
that's just normal wear and tear from an NBA season.
So this is about Steph.
It's about Steph. If Steph Curry is hobbled or misses time in the second round of the playoffs, I believe Portland could beat them. Like, I think that's how well Portland's playing, and that is how valuable Steph is, even with as talented as the rest of the team is.
I think it's an honest assessment, given right now Portland's the hottest team in the NBA. Now, my biggest problem with the injuries is right now is not the time. You can see Golden State, because of injuries, they're going the other way. Cleveland, because of injuries, they're going the other way. But the other top 10s in the NBA, They're not going the other way. They're playing some of their best basketball collectively. In the East, Toronto, they've won 10 in a row. Even the Celtics, the last 10 games, they're 6-4. The Cavs are the only team that have a losing record. And then now we have another injury to Golden State. I'm just saying, at this time of the season where teams are trending up, you want to see that chemistry. Man, I have concerns with Golden State because the West is so strong. And this is what we always thought was going to be Golden State's toughest championship. It wasn't because of who they were going to potentially face in the finals only. It was about the other road, step 1, step 2, and step 3 before getting to the Western Conference Finals if they were still alive.
You don't hear anything from the Warriors about any fear whatsoever, any anxiety whatsoever over this. But you usually hear some sort of, it almost feels as if they're okay with the 2 seed. They know that's what they're going to have, and now they're just going to rest their guys. None of the injuries seem worrisome, except maybe Steph Curry, who probably could have even come back, but they're taking a couple extra days to rest him.
The worry about Steph is the recurrence of the injury. But I'm going to bring one other level to this that I have not acknowledged, just because I still believe the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to make the NBA Finals. A lot of people believe Toronto's going to make the NBA Finals. We've talked about Golden State not having home court in the Western Conference Finals. They are right now only 1 game up on Toronto. They could potentially, if you believe Toronto's making the finals, Toronto could have home court in the NBA Finals if Golden State gets there. That's something we haven't discussed at all. Just putting it out.
All right, we got a break coming up. The Cavs lost again last night, but is it all inevitable until Kevin Love comes back? Next on First Things First. Love solves everything.
I think I started sending you that Toronto, their offense, how they got that offensive coach and everything.
Fox Sunday, a Family Guy event with no commercials.
Indulge me.
Stewie reveals his most personal,
These are my only pants. How sad is that?
twisted,
I take yoga. I have a sick body.
and shocking secrets. I'm a gay alien. It's a Family Guy event 15 years in the making.
Okay, we got it.
Sunday on Fox.
This is a hijack situation!
Welcome to Entebbe.
No hijacker has ever taken a plane this far away.
We have to act.
Witness the most daring rescue mission the world has ever seen. 7 days in Entebbe, rated PG-13.
Experts will tell you a golden lager like Budweiser is one of the most difficult styles of beer to brew. That's why we rely on generations of award-winning brewmasters to brew ours.
As firemen, we can't have facial hair, and it interferes with our air mask.
I need a tight seal, and my wall shaver helps make that happen.